Hello everyone, this is Miss Prettyworth, here for Just Our Imagination challenge. You'll notice how pretty she is with her doily and beautiful skin. Hello, Mrs. Prettyworth.
Hello, Ryan!
Mrs. Prettyworth, your voice is very obnoxious.
Oh, is it now, love? Well, I don't know what you say about that.
Sounds like something you would create.
What? No, this is a perfect creation. Look, Mrs. Prettyworth.
That's right, Mrs. Prettyworth.
Something obnoxious. Something you would create. It's very obnoxious.
Just obnoxious. Mrs. Prettyworth. I think that's a failed project for Just Our Imagination. Maybe my wife's ones are way better.
I doubt it, but okay.
All right. Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right, everyone. So, welcome to Just Our Imagination, hosted by Kathy Jo DIYs, Rustic and Lace DIYs, and our guest host this month is Small Farm Living. We are going to get right into this, you guys. Our 3 must-use items was a plastic bag, grocery bag, egg carton, and a doily. So, project number 1. Right here, I am actually removing a cover of one of my junk journals. I actually did this one last year, I believe. And I was wanting to redo it. It was a little bulky, and I don't know, I was kind of over it. So I'm actually taking some of this off, and the only reason why I'm showing this to you is because if you were not familiar with my junk journal in this, I mean, I actually think I did this one on Just Our Imagination, because I believe that one of our challenge items in this was the zipper, so I was using this. But anyway, it's going to involve the book, so I wanted to make sure that I showed you that I had to remove all that stuff because we were going to use the book. I repainted it with the same color, and I'm going to take one of these doilies. Now, I had originally thought about using the doily in other ways as well. It just never got there. So this is kind of the only one that I end up using the doily in, but I do like it, so, anyway, I'm gonna grab some of my art glitter glue here, and I'm gonna go around and glue down this doily right onto our cover of our book, after our paint was all dry and everything. I'm really liking this art glitter glue. You can get it on Amazon. I also think you can get it at Hobby Lobby. I think you can get it at Hobby Lobby. I could be wrong, but I'm also going to go in with some of my, I believe this is Gathered Twig by Ranger. It's a Tim Holtz brand. And I dirtied it up a little bit. I wanted it to look a little bit vintagey, but dirty. But I also, this is kind of more of my cottage core vibe journal. So I wanted to incorporate some flowers and everything. These are some rub-on transfers that I've had in my stash forever. And I wanted to incorporate this like right in the middle of the doily. Like I said, this is from IOD. This is something that I've had in my stash for a long, long time. I don't even know if IOD is selling this particular set anymore. I couldn't even tell you guys, but I know they have a bunch of new ones that come out every year. But this one, I didn't want any of the wording, so I cut all the words off. And then I just grabbed something stiff to just kind of rub the transfer on to with that plastic, and then I'm kind of just lifting the plastic up while I go. We call this riding the wave. And then I'm going to make sure that everything is stuck down. Now this one here is also a rub-on transfer, but this one came off of Amazon. This one's a lot cheaper. It does have a little bit more of a shiny finish to it, but I really love mushrooms, and so we're going for a cottagecore look. I had to add my mushrooms, of course. So we're going to add this one down here in the corner as well. So this one's going to add or do very similar, but this one is kind of more really a lot more stickier. It's kind of like a big sticker, but you're going to basically do the same thing as rub along it and lift that plastic piece up as you go. And then anything that is starting to come up, when you lift, you're just basically going to rub that right back down, and then continue to pull up, and then make sure everything is stuck down really well. And then I have these little paper clocks that I had in my stash that I got off of Amazon as well. This is for my junk journaling, and I thought this would be really cute up in the corner. So I decided to add this to the corner. Because a lot of my stuff does coincide with vintage and the vintage style and the cottagecore stuff, so I thought this would tie in really well. And there you guys have it. Now you have my cover, my new cover for my junk journal. Project number 2, we're gonna go with our egg cartons. Now I do end up grabbing two egg cartons that I have to get all the pieces that I actually end up using, guys. And I skip a lot of this, guys, because I am just basically going through and just playing around and just seeing what I can cut out in this and what what would be useful, what wouldn't be, whatever. So I was getting a couple of different other shapes. So I have some of the I don't know, weird looking triangles in the middle there or whatever things, and then I have the cups over there to the side and all this. So I'm just basically going through and just cutting as much as I possibly can and what I can find. And this is out of two of them. So, and then I'm like, okay, so I really wanted to do a mushroom, kind of a mushroom garland for my house for the spring. Since I said I am I love mushrooms. I'm obsessed. So I'm like, okay, let's do a mushroom garland. So I painted a bunch of them up. You see that I did a couple in orange, a few in green, and a few in red. So here I'm just stabbing a little hole in it, and then I'm gonna thread some baker's twine through to just hang these up. Gotta get my try to get my placement here, and I'm just kind of going through and figuring out my lineup here. And I'm gonna kind of go in a little bit of a pattern. So I got red, orange, green, red, orange, green, red is what I end up doing until I get through all of my little mushrooms here. Now I'm gonna kind of, because I don't want them to move when they're up on the, like, my area where I put my garland or whatever, so I'm gonna go through and glue the string once I get them all kind of sectioned out where I want them, and then I'm gonna glue the string down inside so they don't slide. So it's kind of what I'm doing right here, making sure that everything's stuck down really well. And then my Dollar Tree don't have any more, and I am in Minnesota, if you guys didn't know, and we have snow up to our thighs probably, and I didn't want to go dig in my trees and try to find some sticks, so I decided I was going to use these orange pipe cleaners for our stems of our mushrooms, and I thought it turned out just fine. So I'm just going to put a little hot glue down And we're going to stick this down and kind of roll them all up for our little stems. And I kind of do this for every single one and just make sure that it's stuck down really well and sticking up. And here we're on our last one here as we're going through. I probably should have polka dotted these before I strung them, but I was like, I don't know where my mind was with it, but it worked out fine. But here I'm going through with some antique white, and I pokey my little dotting tool here. The dotting tool I actually got from Dollar Tree a long time ago. But I'm just basically going along and basically dabbing and polka dotting all of my little mushrooms with my polka dots. And I do this to all of them. And just polka dot until you're happy with the way it looks. There's no wrong way to polka dot. And then this is our garland. You will see a little bit more of that in the final reveal. Project number 3. So here's kind of where, I do use more of the 8 carton. And this is kind of where our plastic bag comes in some. I did have another project that I tried to do and I hated it, so I scrapped it. So I went with plan B. Again, kind of going with a cottagecore theme here, just because that's kind of my style, kind of the whimsy cottagecore. I'm just kind of cutting, like, they kind of look like flowers in a way, but here's our little plastic bag. Tried using these scissors because I thought it would be really cool to have like a little decorative strip, but it didn't work. So we are going to fold this up into a little kind of, I don't know. So we'll have multiple ones. I only have to do one cut. And I'm going to draw a template of a petal. And I'm just going to cut around that very slowly. And then we're going to have several petals. Now I'm going to I'm going to paint my little cups with I think this is Princess Pink by Apple Barrel. I'm going to do this one and the smaller one here. Now I'm going to cut the top of this open a little bit, and we're going to stick our little clothespin, our old clothespin here, into it to make it look like a little fairy. And this is going to be her little fairy dress. I actually wish I would have went up a little bit higher with this, to be honest with you. But I do end up fixing that a little bit. It did turn out. Anyway, but here's where I'm going to add my petals. I'm just going to kind of add it to her dress going around. I end up with one layer here first. Kind of go around each of the little cup strands that I kind of cut. And then I'm actually going to cut another section of petals off the same way I did before. And we're going to go in with another layer and do another layer. I didn't originally plan on doing that, but it just seemed like it needed it. There was a lot of gaps in between the two. So that's kind of why we ended up doing this, and I think it turned out a lot better. And I just put a little dab of hot glue because this is plastic bag. You don't want to oversaturate it because you'll melt it. So We're just gonna lightly do it. I even let the hot glue cool down a little bit. This is like marked up like 4 times, so it's, I mean, you can't tell. And then this, this is like really bright pink, and I'm kind of just going in and giving them all a good, kind of a good paint job of it. I don't show all of it, but just kind of giving a little light dusting of the color. Sorry guys, dry throat. And then I'm going to kind of polka dot. This is going to be her hat. I'm going to kind of polka dot the hat just a little bit. Oh, this is kind of where I'm going to fix her middle section. I just thought it was a little, just too skinny. It didn't flow right to me. So I'm going to actually cut a few of these little like petal strips. I kind of end up cutting out like little petals again. But I end up going through and grabbing some more of my spots in some of my egg carton that I could grab. I don't show all of this either. I think this is the only one I really show, but I do end up grabbing a few of them. And then I'm going to give them a good trimming, and then we're going to glue these around her on the top, just to kind of give her like a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit more of a body, I guess. I probably didn't need to do it, but it just seemed like it just didn't have enough there. I don't know. Like, she needed clothes. I guess that was my biggest thing, and that's why I wish I would have moved her dress area up. I do one section of her, and then I'm going to paint that first. And then once that's painted and dried, I'm going to go in with a second one to kind of fill up the gaps, because there is a few gaps around it. So I'm going to add a couple more to it. I wanted to show you that just because I did this because I didn't want to have some that were half painted and half not. So that's the reason why I kind of went that direction. But I just wanted it to be cohesive. So, and then I give it all a good painting afterwards. And I won't bore you with that. Now that all that's done, we're going to grab a piece of jute twine. I'm going to kind of glue this to her head. This is going to be her hair. I just kind of glue it right in the middle, and then we're going to cut this part off here, and then we're going to kind of do like a wrap. You can kind of see me do it there, and then we're going to glue down the ends just to make sure that they stay. Just kind of gives her like little pigtails. And then I'm going to kind of cut at angle a little bit at the very front of it, so it doesn't cover her face. And put a little dab of glue and put it right on her head. And one thing I should have added too was wings, and I never did put any wings on her at all. I did grab a little wooden ball, and I just stuck that up on top of her little hat there. I thought it would be cute just for a little more decorative detail. I'm going to paint that again with that bright pink. And there we have it, guys. I'll show her again here shortly, and then we're going to get right into the family. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting so tongue-tied. and we're going to get right into the final reveal. Make sure you guys go check everybody else out on the playlist. Make sure you guys go give everybody some love. Make sure you guys go check out Brenda and Kathy Joe and Small Farm Living, and give them your love and likes and all that good jazz, guys. Make sure you give them all, and make sure you follow everybody down below. They all have some good stuff for you too. And I would be greatly appreciated if you could like and subscribe and give me a follow as well, and all that. And make sure you guys are subscribed, because I've been having a few people, or a few subscribers that I've had a few of them that have been losing my subscriptions. So just make sure that your little button is clicked. That's all I'm gonna say about that, because it happens every year, it seems to. So God bless you all, and I will see you guys all in the next one. I will have Calendar Girls up this next coming week, so make sure you guys go check that out. And I will be doing tags. I'm going to try to do tags every Thursday. I haven't been doing these last two, but I will try to continue to do that. So God bless you all, and